Welcome to the first episode of our Surfing Chaos audio newsletter. Unlike other newsletters, this one's built for busy brains and moving feet. Because we respect your time, we want these to be short, sharp, and worthwhile. So, what should people expect of these audio newsletters, Dave?
All right, we're going to break this down. We're going to keep it less than 15 minutes. It's got 6 parts. The first thing we're going to do is an unsponsored product commercial. This is a commercial we're doing for a product that we love, that we use, in hopes that someday those people will give us money to sell their stuff. Then there will be shameless self-promotion this week from Stu, followed by a section called Looping, which is about things that are stuck in our head that we can't let go of, that we think you should be concerned about and stressed out about too. That will be followed by a section called Throwing Bones, which focuses on things you should be stressed out about in the future. The train coming down the tunnel at you. Or maybe it's a good thing. Stu likes to keep things positive. That will be followed by more shameless self-promotion. Today that will come from me. And then we will end with a mandatory book plug trying to convince you to buy our book. So this whole thing is a thinly veiled exercise in trying to get you to give us money, but we're going to give you value in exchange.
I love it. I love it. And on that note of going fast, I would like us to start with an unsponsored product commercial. Over to you, Dave.
All right, I'm going to talk quickly about the Plaud device. So I went to a client meeting last spring. They had a Plaud recording notes and sent out meeting minutes, and I have never been a fan of AI-generated meeting minutes until this 6-hour meeting, which included 3 unresolved topics that I had made note of, and the AI caught them. I bought a Plaud. I use it in every meeting I go to. You can also attach it to the back of your phone and record your calls. They have a desktop app that will record any kind of meeting. You do have to tell people or ask them for permission before you're recording them. But the notes the thing generates have allowed me to be in a meeting and be present and be part of the conversation and be with the people I'm with and not worry about having to capture stuff. So it's allowed me to engage at a much deeper level. Plaud.ai, I highly recommend it.
I love it. I love it. Well, then that would mean that now it's time for me to do a shameless self-promotion. So as far as shameless self-promotions go, I've just finished my first face-to-face storytelling for impact series, which was a complete blast. It was so good to be working with people face-to-face. There are lots of project managers and product developers in the room. They left with the skills they needed to tell impactful business stories. So whether you're interviewing for a new job, you're a keynote, you're presenting, you're trying to get a deal, I think the importance of storytelling for business is something that we should be thinking of. So get in touch if you're interested to hear more on that. As far as my public scheduled training goes, my next public virtual CSPO class will be held on the 18th and 19th of February. And I'm also running a face-to-face CSPO. That will be a product owner class at the heart of the UK, in the wonderful city of Birmingham, on the 11th and 12th of May. And of course, as far as newsletters go, you can find a list of all these scheduled trainings and everything else that we share with you in the show notes. As for upcoming events, you can join me in Scan Agile in Finland in March, the 17th and 18th. I'll be talking there. I promise you snow. I promise you lots of engaging talks and probably, I promise you, a bit of cold weather. And you can, of course, also join me and Dave at the Scrum Gathering in Vancouver in May. Dave, what are you looping about?
All right, so there's something that's been stuck in my head for a while, and I keep seeing it show up over and over again, and that is this sort of systematic collapse of organizations' ability to plan anything at all. I feel like as Agile rose, a lot of project management skill got lost in a lot of organizations. A lot of those same organizations, when they adopted Agile, they kind of waved their hands at it and didn't really do it. And that kind of collapsed. So they sacrificed developing project management ability for agility, which they never really adopted anyway. And now they can't do either. They're putting their task lists in Excel and then putting them into apps that let them switch between tables and Gantt charts and Kanban boards that none of which they're using right. So the thing that's making me nervous is there's people out there planning work that don't know what they're doing. There are people, there used to be people, there still are people who know how to do that. And I think we need to get them back together and figure out how to fix this, because all we're doing is generating more unfinished stuff that is jamming up the highway of productivity.
I love it. I'm noticing the same thing, and it's very fickle in nature, isn't it? That the Agile's dead because we didn't really try hard enough and actually try it in the first place. Project management didn't work because we didn't do it effectively. It's almost like, Dave, we should have written a book called "No One Is Coming to Save You," because it's almost, you could almost assume that people think something will save them, and it's almost like
they think the tools are going to save them, but the tools aren't.
No, but there are skills. There are skills that people can pick up. Power-ups, I have you know.
Shameless.
Anyway, that was shameless. Shameless. Well, as far as throwing bones and future trends, Dave said, that I like to be positive. I like to be the positive person. I am very positive, and I'm going to be positive because I'm going to tell you that regarding current and future trends, it would appear that face-to-face is back in town. Data indicates a steady increase in RTO. That's return to office, if you were wondering. Approximately 30% of all companies are expected to return to the office 5 days a week. Now, with that increased collaboration incoming, this might just be the perfect time to double down on those human skills. And once again, that might just be a shameless promotion. Dave, talking about shameless promotions.
So I have classes coming up as well. I do want to say I'm excited for you that you're doing in-person classes again. I'm looking forward to getting back to that. I have an advanced certified Scrum product owner class starting on February 19th, and I have a CSPO on March 12th. And in between, I'm going to be adding a lean coffee. I am working towards adding ACSM into the mix. And one thing I'm really excited about that's coming up, so if you keep paying attention to this, I will announce it officially when it's live and online. I am going to be teaching a 2-day CSM that is followed by 2 days of filling in the gaps you need to get your PMI ACP certification. So in 4 days, you will get your CSM and be fully qualified to take the ACP exam. It's almost like two things at once. You still have to go take the ACP exam and pay for that separately, but you'll be fully prepared. You'll have met all your educational requirements, and you'll be sorted out and ready to go take the world by storm and fix the thing I just said I was looping about.
A lovely framework and method, non-biased approach, which I'm sure you will glue together, Dave.
Yes.
With some very important human skills. As far as human skills go, we're obviously going to always finish with a shameless mandatory book plug. You can, of course, get your hands on our book, No One Is Coming to Save You, The Power-Ups to Help Surf the Chaos, available on ebook, on Leanpub, and paperback on Amazon. There we are.
If you want an audiobook, you're going to have to write to Stu and tell him we need an audiobook.
Yeah, the experiments are coming. And there's only so much of Dave I can take. This 15 minutes was all I needed. I hope that you got value from this. We certainly did. Please do click on the links, and please do make sure to dial in for our next audio newsletter.
Thank you for listening.
Surf the chaos.